Alright, so it's been a minute. A few of you guys have noticed that we've been pretty quiet on here. And well, there's a reason for that. We've been boatless for the last 4 months or so, and I didn't just want to post filler content. I wanted to wait until we actually had a new boat so that we can go out on the water and do what we ultimately do, which is fish offshore. So now that we actually have a boat again, it's game time. A lot's been happening behind the scenes. We've been building wet water gear, working on the website, designing new shirts, hats, all that fun stuff. But more than that, I want to make this channel more than just catching fish. The goal is to tell the stories that happen between the bites. The early mornings, the weather that doesn't cooperate, ultimately the trips that make the good ones worth it. Going forward, you're gonna see more offshore trips, some behind the scenes of wet water gear, the brand that we just launched and started. So if you guys want to check it out and support, link's going to be in the bio. And hopefully some sponsored trips of us putting kids on the water through our brand Wet Water, because ultimately that's what the heart of this whole thing is about. It's trying to put more kids, more people on the water. Now my initial goal when I first got the boat was to take it offshore, film a super bomb video, and show you guys all around the SeaVee, which is right here. But ultimately that did not happen. The forecast for the first weekend that we got the power pole move installed, which is super awesome by the way, we'll do a full video on that. But the weatherman was calling for 3 to 4s at 4-second intervals. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe the weatherman will be wrong because they're always freaking wrong. And let's just send it out there, you know? Let's just see what happens. I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I looked at the report one more time before we were gonna leave, and it was a small craft caution report. Decided, you know what, let's just send it out there anyway, check it out. Maybe we'll be able to get far enough just to get on some hogfish or something like that, which we did. We did catch some hogfish, which is always good, but the weather was absolutely exactly what they predicted. So what I decided we'll ultimately end up doing, instead of wasting all the clips that we had when we did take it offshore, was show you guys a quick video of how the SeaVee performs in rough seas. Before we get into that segment, I already know people are gonna say this, the camera always flattens out the freaking waves. If you look on your GoPro or something like that, I mean, you look off the side of the bow of the boat, the waves are absolutely extremely different. So the forecast was 3 to 4s at 4 seconds. It was all that, if not potentially more. So rest assured, it was pretty rough out there. Another huge thing too is this is a brand new boat to me. So I'm still trying to figure out how this thing actually, you know, ultimately rides and how to best configure it and all that fun stuff. And the biggest difference between this boat and every other boat that I've had is other boats have had trim tab indicator lights, so I know exactly where my trim tabs are at. This boat does not. What that means is I have absolutely no idea if my trim tabs are down, halfway, or even, you know, up at all. I have no idea, which is a little bit of an issue right now. So what you'll see is I 100% launched this thing the first couple times because my trim tabs were not down whatsoever. Once I got them all squared away, it rode significantly better, and you know, as I learn the boat, it's going to ride more and more better. It was one of those trips where we fought it for a couple hours, ended up chumming the water just a tad bit, and decided, you know what, let's just head back in and hold on. So yeah, not the most productive trip, but ultimately that's fishing for you, that's being offshore. And if you guys aren't subscribed, please do so. We're gonna have so much awesome content coming out here because this boat is so much bigger than the last one. We're gonna take it out as many days as we can, just not days that call for 3 to 4s. So catch you guys out there. So today is a fantastic day because we are on my brand new to me SeaVee. It's quite a bit bigger than the Everglades that we were fishing on beforehand, but we obviously have so much more rod storage now. We have all this space at the front. So this should be a fishing machine. Today is a little choppy. We just got out of the channel, and it's supposed to be pretty rough out there, which will be a really good journey for the first time of actually fishing on this boat. So hopefully we can get far enough to get into some hogfish and maybe some red snapper. We'll see. We also got the power pole move, which was just installed, so we'll test that out. But yeah, so maiden voyage on the fishing boat, or new boat. Let's see how it does. All right, so we just ran out probably like 25, 30 miles or so. As you can see, it's not very calm at all. It's all good of 3s and 4s and stacked pretty close together. The camera doesn't do it justice, but we're gonna try to get on some hogfish. We'll see what happens. It's kind of hard to fish in these conditions, but we ran all the way out here, so let's give it a shot. Feel the grunt. Ooh, it's a hoggy. Woo! It's a keeper hog.
Look at that.
go.
I think that's the biggest hog I've seen.
That's a good size one. Just throwing out some knocker rigs and some shrimp. And getting some hogs. Alright, we got a nice little hogfish. He'll keep. So we're gonna throw him in the box. The camera always flattens it out, but it's rough. So we're about to head back in. It's gonna be a head sea. Let's see how this thing does. We haven't had it in, you know, somewhat nasty conditions yet, so let's check it out. Like I said, it's probably 3 to 4s and 4-second interval. We're gonna throttle down and see how this thing does. Let's check it out.